I hope you're doing well. This is my first time in Kenya. Today we are featuring Jean-Marc Kabamba Wakabamba from the Democratic Republic of Congo. He came to Kenya in 2014 to pursue his undergraduate and now doing his masters. We want to know his experiences and why Kenya. My name is Mtalam Kosia and this is my first time in Kenya. Let's get inside and see what we have today. It is a typical day for Jean-Marc Kabamba Wakabamba. He's busy doing his morning calls before church. He's among the many Congolese who come to Kenya for studies. Today he's taking us through his experience in Kenya and why he chose to study in Kenya and not any other country.
Well, so far so good, huh? You know.
Yes.
We don't complain. At least we are doing what we can. Yes. But life in Kenya has been so good. Yeah. Not really challenging, if I can say like that. Because at the end of the day, yes, we have to survive and, you know, yeah, we have to make it.
Despite him finding Kenya interesting, it was not his choice to land here. He found himself in Kenya by mistake after missing a flight to India.
I just had to come and to transit in Kenya, yeah, as I make my decision with my parents. Yeah. So we decided to stay here for a while as I decide to see if I like the country, yeah, or not. Yes. Yes, but of course in the process, I learned to appreciate the country, to love it, because also what I wanted to do was also here. Yeah. So I decided to give it a shot. Since I'm here, I shouldn't just stay, let me take the advantages of what we have in Kenya. So
they say when you go to Rome, do what Romans do. Well, for the 5 years Mark has been in Kenya, he has tried his best to adopt the Kenyan culture. However, most Kenyan meals and more so their cooking skills has never gone so well with him.
I still remember I had a challenge, especially with the cooking skills, yeah, of some Kenyans. Yes, but it's just a matter of how people are used to cook their things. Here we know people cook beef, they put a lot of soup, they put some potatoes there. Okay, for me it's strange because we don't do it that way. So you have to learn, adapt. When you are with people who cook like that, you have to accommodate them. You eat what they cook so that you familiarize with the food and your sukuma wiki. So at first, hey, my friend, it was hectic, yeah, yes, but I knew that I'm here in Kenya for long, so sukuma wiki will be a daily show. So what do? We adjust sukuma wiki, and the way I can make my own sukuma wiki, yeah, in order for me not to be disturbed. Yeah. Yes.
Once in a while, the craving for his country's cuisine forces him to order food from Congo. Today he received a package of caterpillars and dried fish commonly known as Gino di Kosi in Congo.
So it comes from the Congo River. Yes, we call it Fleuve Congo. So as you can see, this fish has bones, big one even. So what we do, it's being captured. You may cut one into two, then a lot of salt, as you can see, to dry it, because it's also a good way to preserve the food. So when it becomes like that, it's salty. It's salted.
Salted.
Yeah. So as you can see, it has big meat. Yes. So I can cook it today, but I have to salt it first.
The 32-year-old also wanted a university that was international, and that's how the Catholic University in Ongata Rongai was top on his list.
I was interested in doing computer science.
Yeah.
So I knew a university which was Jomo Kenyatta. So I went there. I went to check whatever they had. So I started there for a while. Then meeting my fellow friends,
Yes.
and also some of the Kenyans who actually advised me if I could also look for an international institution.
Yeah.
So Catholic University came up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being in an English-speaking country for the first time, he faced some challenges in communication with both his colleagues and tutors. And to make matters worse, one of his lecturers began discriminating him racially, which forced him to drop the course.
My first semester in computer science, I had a lecturer who was making my life hard. He was just talking against Congolese and stuff. I decided to, okay, just made my life hard. I dropped the semester and fall back to put myself together and decide to take a good shot. So I went there. I spoke with someone in the registry. She advised me on what I want to do. Me, I said I always like doing this, showing me what they had. So I decided to go for political science and sociology.
Having surpassed all challenges while studying, Mark eventually graduated in 2019 with a bachelor's degree in political science from Catholic University. He is currently undertaking a master's degree from the same institution. All this time, Mark enjoyed his stay in Kenya. He, however, points out some of his funny and best moments he encountered with his Kenyan friends. All the way from the differences in culture, social, the food, and of course the language.
We speak French, we speak Lingala, we speak our traditional languages. Yeah, but here, okay, everything is just different. You guys have a culture to hug. You see, in our country, you don't just hug. We give kiss. Is it a peck or a kiss? That one.
The French kiss.
Yes, so you have to kiss on the cheek and here. You don't just hug somebody like, what are you doing?
Kenya is well known for its Sheng culture, which is a Swahili and English slang with a mixture of the other local languages spoken in Kenya. They say Sheng is the language of the urban youth. It speaks for them, through them, and they use it to hide meanings of words. And Mark has severally fallen trap into this.
This one, I was coming from Juja, going to Nairobi. I was seated at the far end of the bus. There was a girl seated next to me. Now, when the conductor came to ask for fare, I removed 1,000, I gave him. I never knew the price. So what I used to do, when I give you money, if you don't give me change, it's okay. So that's the price. But if you give me change, so it means that the bus fare was lower, a bit lower.
Yeah.
So what I did, I removed 1,000. I gave to the girl to give because where I was seated, I could not. And you know those big buses like City Opa.
Yeah.
Then what happened is that, you remember at the time, Swahili was also very challenging for me. The girl took the money and gave to the conductor akamwambia, Wawili. You know that time it was hard to understand, so I did not mind. Now, the guy never gave me change. He knew that, it's okay because we're in our place, we have some distance, you pay 500 from that well, without knowing that 1,000 Kenyan shillings is equivalent, like $10.
Yeah.
Then by the time I came to know, because I used to stay with a friend by the name of Erico, so one day he wanted to go to Kiambu. He asked me for 50 shillings. I was like, how can you use 50 shillings? I said, that is a lot. Transport can even be 30 bob by this time. I said, no. I gave him 500. He refused. I just gave him like, okay, it is yours, just take. Now he asked me, by the way, how do you use your money? I started explaining to him. Erico was like this. And I said, why? He said that they've been stealing from you. Then he explained to me. He wrote, I remember, he wrote it somewhere on a sheet of paper. When you are going to town, if they do this can represent punch, it's 500 or 50 shillings. You can never pay 50 shillings, 500 to go anywhere inside the city.
The things that I did not plan to do, but I've started doing it, is now to be like an ambassador for Kenya to my country, for my country to Kenya, but mostly for Kenya to my country, because now Kenya is my second home. You know, I feel free when I'm in Kenya than even when I'm in my country. Why? Because I've lived for long. Yeah, 8 years is not a joke. Yes, some of them is to start up an agency to initiate foreigners. You know, you have some people who have never left, like to initiate those school trips whereby people were finishing like from primary school, high school, those last classes, class 5 and class 6. We can come up with a process whereby they can come to visit the country maybe for a week or two to appreciate exactly what is going on there.
Thank you so much, brothers. That was a very interesting thing to learn. So much experiences that you have had here in Kenya, and so many things that you've actually done here in Kenya and made a mark here, especially for the Congolese people living here in this country. Thank you so much. So that is the story of Jean-Marc Kabamba Wakabamba from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Here in my first time in Kenya, my name is Mtala Mkosia.